Thank you so much to today's Grand Master, Tristan Caulfield Cabello. And thank you so much for your donation over on my Patreon to help me build a podcast set. If you too are interested in becoming a Grand Master and getting a shout out, be sure to check out my Patreon link in the description down below. Now, let's get on with this brand new rumor and news. Yesterday, it was officially announced that the sequel series to Star Wars The Clone Wars coming in 2021 would in fact be the Bad Batch that was introduced in Season 7, a group of clone troopers with genetic or desirable mutations. Mutations that allowed them to be faster, smarter, and more skilled in combat, and that the series would follow the Bad Batch during the dark times and just after the rise of the Galactic Empire, giving us a perspective of Order 66 and the end of the Clone Wars from the clones' point of view, again specifically the Bad Batch. Today though, we have a brand new teaser from a website concerning one of the stories related to the Bad Batch, and one that will finally give us an answer of what happened to one of my personal favorite Jedi from Legends, and a Jedi that was mysteriously absent from a lot of the Clone Wars, including Season 7. This Jedi Master is of course Quinlan Vos. Quinlan Vos was actually the subject of his very own novel in Dark Disciple, where in that novel we got the culmination of his story as well as the story of Asajj Ventress. The story did actually take place several months before Order 66 was enacted, but was originally supposed to be part of the final season of the Clone Wars, before it was inevitably cancelled and then reopened by Disney. Unfortunately though, Dave Filoni and others that had worked on Clone Wars decided to focus on other stories such as the Siege of Mandalore, leaving the Dark Disciple novel on its own. As of right now, the Dark Disciple novel is fully canon, but that doesn't mean that we won't explore the aftermath of the Dark Disciple novel in the Bad Batch, and it is likely that Jedi like Quinlan Vos and other former Jedi stories such as Barriss Offee could be explored in the Bad Batch TV show. But as of right now, the only Jedi rumored to appear is in fact Quinlan Vos. This comes from the report in the website known as KRT, who reported today that over at Lucasfilm Animation, they are dealing with several Jedi potentially appearing in the Bad Batch TV show, and that Quinlan Vos was actually one of the finalists as potentially a mainstay character. There was apparently some debate going on over at Lucasfilm Animation whether or not they would be animating the Dark Disciple story arc from Season 7, but it seems unlikely. However, it is likely that what occurred in the Dark Disciple novel will play a major role in the Bad Batch if Quinlan does in fact appear. As of right now, Quinlan Vos is the only Jedi's name that's being thrown around, and I think it would be a great idea to see Quinlan Vos appear in the Bad Batch series as a mainstay. Anyway, my friends, what are your guys' thoughts on this? Again, I love this idea, and I think that the Jedi's presence in the Bad Batch TV show is a necessity. Maybe not quite at first, but I would still love to see it. And I think Quinlan Vos has the potential to be a really interesting character in canon. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't in love with his depiction in Star Wars canon thus far in Dark Disciple or in his appearances in the Clone Wars. With that said though, in Legends continuity, Quinlan Vos was one of my favorite Jedi Masters, as he was just so different with the other Jedi at the time, and I loved his struggles with the dark side of the Force and Dooku specifically. So if they do decide to go with a Jedi protagonist along with the Bad Batch in the new series, I do hope it is Quinlan. Anyway guys, again if you're interested, don't forget to check out my Patreon in the link in the description down below. Again, all the donations will be going towards a podcast set to create in-depth discussions about Star Wars, including stuff like the Bad Batch, the Mandalorian, and any brand new movies. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to force choke that like button. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.